think it's getting down to -2 Fahrenheit, so extremely cold tonight, but I think I'm up for the challenge to photograph the Rosette on this extremely cold night. So I checked the forecast and it should be clear all night tonight, which is perfect imaging conditions for the Rosette Nebula. I think it's getting down to -2 Fahrenheit, so extremely cold tonight, but I think I'm up for the challenge to photograph the Rosette on this extremely cold night. I have my setup placed in a little bit different spot here in my yard, and that is because it's the perfect place actually in my backyard. Usually I'm imaging the front yard, but tonight I'm going to be imaging the backyard because this is where I have the best view of the open sky, and I'll probably be able to image the Rosette Nebula for the longest time tonight. Last video I talked about my two biggest upgrades, recently the modification and my filter work, but I did get another minor upgrade. So now I have this cable here and my camera's connected to a dummy battery, so I can run this system all night. And I found out that I used to just have a battery grip on here. Even with 2 batteries running this camera, it would die within like an hour and a half because of the frigid temperatures. So this really allows me to get a lot more data per night without having to keep switching batteries or recharging and then putting them back in. Something that is really a lifesaver out here is a nice hand warmer. So I just found this cheap hand warmer, and it has a couple different settings, and it just warms up your hands, because especially when you need to take your gloves off to pull or line focus and stuff like that. It's just really nice on these really cold nights. The plan for tonight is to start off the imaging session with RGB, even though the moon is out. It's a crescent moon right out in the sky right now. Even though the moon is out, we're going to start the imaging session with RGB data. And then later in the night, the moon will probably be set by then. We're going to just pop on the HA filter and get some hydrogen alpha data to add to the RGB to make another HA composite image. So my last image of the Rosette Nebula, that was an HA RGB composite. I was really happy with it, so I can't wait to see what I can do with the Rosette with this system as well. I already have about an hour on the Rosette Nebula, so that's going to be RGB, an hour of RGB, so that's going to be added to my existing data tonight, and hopefully can get around 4 hours. That's my goal, because especially since it's supposed to be clear all night, there should be no clouds or anything, so it should be a good night. So it's almost getting dark now, so I'm going to get the extension cords out, and then I'm going to wait till I can see Polaris and polar line.